Hey, welcome back to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, whichever prefix, affix, or whichever you prefer. Last time I needed one piece of gear from the Cadius to build up the greatsword. It didn't drop for me automatically, so I had to fight it 3 times in a row, as Monster Hunter logic often dictates you do. So after doing that 3 times in a row, I got the one thing I needed, and I should now be able to forge the Viking horn sword. This is... It looks cool. I showed it off previously, but it is a kind of a massive increase in damage, because not only is it 768 attack, a really large amount of green sharpness, which I'm sure could be upgraded into possibly blue if we're lucky, but then 250 water elemental damage is nothing to scoff at. Even if, unfortunately, due to the way that elemental damage is calculated, it doesn't proc as often using a great sword, because it's usually like there's a percentage chance of it applying, kind of like a critical hit, but it's not terribly high. So compared to something like Sword and Shield or Dual Blades, where you're hitting a lot and encountering a chance for that water damage or elemental damage to be applied, the great sword, it's like just less likely. If you were to graph the damage between weapon types, it doesn't occur as often on greatsword, simply because you hit less, but that's just the nature of the weapon, and it's a consolation of being able to do big smash, which is totally okay. I think I have everything I need. So what I wanted to do before I dived too much into high rank, and honestly I recommend doing this if you're playing any of the Monster Hunter games that includes a high rank or a G rank, clean up your village stuff between ranks, because you'll really feel it when you go out of the low rank village quests if you don't have the best potions every time, if you don't have at least some way to mitigate maybe a status ailment that's frustrating with a certain monster. So I'm going to do that cleanup now, and I don't think it's particularly exciting, but sometimes it's just what you got to do. Point in case, I need to literally get supersized dung. So it's a shit job, but somebody has to do it. And in this case, I am that person. Now, unfortunately, I know right off the top of my head where to get supersized dung. So I'm going to go try and do that. This may be one of those ones that I throw a shot at every now and then, but largely, it happens when it happens, because it's a low drop rate on a rare type of general monster. So it's just like this one here, this size, the large Apnotop has a potential chance of dropping supersized dung. We got 2 carves. Nope. Oh no, we got 3. Okay. Give me what I need. No, raw meat. So, there's a few ways to try and make this happen. Unfortunately, the most boring but effective way is just to run out of the area and run right back in. Because unlike a gathering quest for all the other areas, Moga Woods is kind of considered like an always available and explorable area. So with a relatively short in between, given how fast the loading times are right now, I can go back, come around, and hope there is another large Apnotov. You can kill them all, or just wait, and more will come into the area. I'll give it a try this time, depending on how lucky we get. But it's not a given. Or maybe it is. Maybe I'm crazy. It seems to be the same thing twice. Now, this sword, too, is... oh, so much high damage. It looks really sweet with the set, too. I love the chain wrapped around the handle. Raw meat. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. And monster bonus. What a shame. Okay, so really quickly though, if I draw this weapon, oh, okay, yeah, the chain definitely like expands and coils up in between. So that's pretty cool. I'm always a big fan of a weapon with a dumb gimmick. Like, there's really no practical value in adding a chain to a weapon that stretches and retracts when you draw the weapon. Like, the flimsiest argument of like, it's a guard for your hands. Like, yeah, but it's a chain. So it's like nobody's looking at a single length of chain and being like, there is a lot of defensive value right there. It's just full of holes, literally. But it is cool, and sometimes something being cool is all you need. Like, I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14, I play a lot of Dark Knight, and I will spend an obnoxious amount of time for a weapon that goes like whoosh a little cooler than all of my other weapons. There's appeal in that for me. I know it's not there for everyone, and that's fine. So it seems like this is pretty reliable to get a large Apnatoth spawn. So that's pretty sweet. The regular dung that you need for this request, you can actually buy. You can just easily, relatively, go to the marina or Port Tanzia, and you can just buy it. There's a lady there who has it. She's like the grandma merchant, and on a rotating stock, every now and then she will have dung, which in like a regular game would just be an odd inclusion. But for a game that allows you to like fertilize fields, it's, I guess, just the nature of things. And it's really, really well priced too. I actually bought 99 dung unintentionally, or I looked at how much it could. I don't know if I 100% did, but it wasn't a terrible price. Like, it's about what you should pay for that much. Presuming it's not enriched in some way, like, there's probably a literal difference between just droppings and manure, but the minutia of that is not exactly a topic I think I need to delve into more. Granted, it is the nature of the quest. Like, I'm literally trying to improve my agricultural output. Okay, raw meat again. Like, I'm pretty sure this is exactly what I'm supposed to get it from. And I don't know if, like, I'm just supposed to follow it and wait for it to go to the bathroom. I'm pretty sure I saw it on the carve list. That comes from this monster. So I'll give it one more try, and if not, I'm gonna move on to something else, because it's not riveting. These monsters kind of have variations too, these Kelby. Like the Apnatoth, we have, like, even when we run into this area 2, we see 3 variations right off the bat. There's like the child, the regular sized adult, and then like the large variant. Those don't always appear in that exact order, but they are also fairly unique from one to one. I always find there's like a little bit of a difference, or because of all the size variations, it does feel like you are encountering a herd compared to just like some creatures spawned into the middle of a field. All right. Let's hope for good things. Okay, well, I'll do more of this later. This is... Oh, you know what? I've also been spending more time... Okay, you know what? I forgot that I could just instantly go back. That's hilarious. Okay, given that I can make that a lot faster, maybe I'll try it a couple more times. I forgot that I could just teleport back to town. Again, I'm not used to the particular type of overworld that happens here, because this isn't really ever repeated, I don't think. And pretty much every other Monster Hunter game, you get gathering quests back for your starting forest or village area, like right outside town. This is really the only one that's like, hey, just go hang out in the backyard. At least that I'm aware of. I'm just thinking it through. Maybe if Sunbreak has done it, I don't know. And then I guess I haven't actually played 4, so maybe if 4 does that. I should probably actually put away these raw meats. Yeah, geez, considering that's all I got that time too. But if I can instantly recall, definitely not as egregious. Maybe I'll interspace doing some other things with going to try to get some supersize done. It's a very lavish lifestyle that Monster Hunters live. And there's, you know, there's always an increasing body of evidence that the guild isn't completely competent. They may well be getting better, but especially in some of the older games, it could be like, oh yeah, sorry about that. We sent 10 people to their deaths before realizing this was probably a challenging thing to do. Do you want to go solve our problem now? Okay, thanks, bye. And that's about the extent of their concern for whatever disaster their actions have wrought. Or even a lot of the times they're like, hey, something's happening, and it could lead to like an apocalyptic disaster. And they're like, just leave. Like, look the other way, don't bother. And that's not really the sort of agency that you want your world-saving faction to be utilizing. You'd hope for a little bit more go-getter resolution, resolve? I don't know, one of those. I'm never a big fan of lazy leadership, I guess. Okay, more raw meat. Jeez. Okay, well, part of me feels like I'm crazy, but I kind of recall this being a very low drop rate. So, whatever. What's the other thing I should try to get, mister? A velvety hide. I feel like that's like, oh god, let's review. Perfect, because we have one velvety hide. Okay, I don't know where that's from, so let's learn. The most authentic Monster Hunter experience. Where the goddamn heck this thing come from? That's why all of the games have like very specific abbreviations. Because everyone's constantly Googling, okay. Googling random questions that, if you look back at the history of, is usually some like maniacal thing. Like, what do I have to kill to get this? Can I skin this and get the right thing? Why do I keep on getting meat when I kill something? You know, it's like a series of questions that are concerning from a glance. But internally make a lot of sense. Yeah, sure. So let's, I don't even think I need this health. I'm just doing it because I had the muscle memory of eating before going on a quest. I didn't even question what I was doing. It's just like, oh, obviously I'm going to increase my health. But I'm going to go slay some very mundane monsters, so I'm not really thinking I'm going to get hurt. It's the Giggy that drops velvety hide most often. Internally, they may be noted as those weird worm things, and both are accepted. I think it's like, if you look under Giggy, it's just like a second definition. Okay, I have hot drinks, but honestly, I don't even think it's worth wasting them on this. Cool. Okay, so there's one over here, and I guess the benefit of trying to kill this monster is so long as I don't destroy their spawn, I should just kind of be able to sit here and fight them until I get what I need. That is the hope, anyways. They actually spawn a fair number. Hey, Velvety Hide. I didn't expect to get it that much. My tongue was surprised. Didn't even know it was gonna say the word this early. But I guess that means I can leave. I feel obliged to mine some stuff, but I think I've kind of surpassed my need for most low rank ore. I'll take bloodstone because it all gets converted out to points, but pretty sure anyways, right? Yeah, it's an account item. I remember that being originally pretty confusing to me when I was younger and I started playing these games, because it would just say account item, but if you missed the notes about that, or you didn't really see the page where it was converting everything, you'd just be like, where's my account? How do I take these items out? Are they good for anything? Alas. They don't really, games sometimes err on the side of over-explaining the current era, and that's probably for the best, just because, like, if you grew up playing games in the Super Nintendo era, PlayStation 1, PS2 even, you probably had an experience of like, what the heck am I supposed to do? And I largely feel like that happens less nowadays. It still does, but much less frequently. Though I was just playing Alan Wake 2, and that was like half of my experience with that game. It was just like walking around, turning lights on and off, being like, what do I do? Where do I go? Why do I even want to go there? Can I just do this? No. And that's really, even now, I'm only maybe a week or two, maybe 3 weeks, I don't know, task time away from playing that game. And I did beat it, but that's really my strongest recollection, is just like wandering around being like, is this it? And that hasn't genuinely happened for a really long time. Every now and then a game will do that, but I feel like just as often as it happens in the current era, it's just because like I'm being an idiot and it's like, oh, okay, I missed some obvious thing that I should have read or whatever. Back in the day, it was just like, this design choice is completely esoteric, figure it out. Ah, well, we have our velvety hide. Let's give it to the man. Hey, man. Take this Quirpeco feather, warm pelt, and velvety hide. Oh wait, no, I can't give it to you because I have resource lackage. So maybe we'll just gather some stuff. Carpenter beetle. Where? Okay, you know what? Really quickly, I'm just gonna go check if I can buy a carpenter beetle. This lady doesn't sell it, but I feel like there's a potential that's sold over in Portansia, so I'll just like sail over there. With the really fast loading screens, it is no issue at all to completely change my location, which is fantastic. Wow, you have a lot of things, but not what I need. Alright, that's fine. Okay. All right, so where do I get a carpenter beetle? Let's see. God, I wish you could ad block on an iPhone. Maybe you can. I just don't think the browser is okay. I just googled carpenter beetle and like, that's great. I'm glad they exist in real life, but it's not very useful to me. First area out in the tundra. Oh god, okay, but give me better information. Random forum from 10 years ago. Area 4 of Moga Woods. Oh, okay, they're saying to go to the feline den? All right. Go there. It's a very, like, just pick and poke episode. Doing all that stuff, but I guess it depends on how you play the game. You could just, in general, have a whack of stuff to fulfill these requests already. It could very well be just because of the context of doing this as like a let's play. I haven't been casually playing, so maybe I would have these things if I was just running 24 of every quest or something like that. It really is maybe just in the context of this. Oh look, that large thing didn't spawn this time, so I got lucky every other time, but oh well. You know what's funny? I don't actually recall where the feline den is, but I'm sure it's around. Honey is going to be something I really want to get going as well, like a fair amount of it, just because mega potions are pretty essential in high rank. And I've sabotaged myself before, where instead of just accepting that I need them and they're important, I ignore it until it's too late, and then it's just frustrating. Okay, oh, you know what? I don't have a bug catcher's net because I am dumb. So, of course, how would I catch anything? Can I find any monsters to, like, demolish with this high-rank greatsword that'll give me some points? That'll make coming here more rewarding. Oh, yeah, great Jaggy? Totally. I wouldn't be surprised if this fight doesn't take any time at all. I'm like, look how strong this armor is. I took a full hit there and such a tiny amount of damage done. You really get to feel the progression of the game, and you feel like you're wearing something that's much more legendary compared to when you first encounter this thing and, you know, maybe an eighth of your health is just immediately gone. But you have to earn that little sliver of loss. That's the closest you get to levels in, oh yeah, look, it's already dead. Jeez, I thought that would take a little bit longer, but no instant. There's obviously something glimmering up there, so I might as well go take that. Fossil. Alright, cool. Oh hey, there's a Korapeko. We might as well go fight that thing too. It is kind of from like an ecological perspective. The only downside of them, I mean Capcom. Oh god, it's flying away. I don't have a flash bomb. I do have a psycho serum. I can track it. I don't see it. Because of the way that I record this footage, every time I sweep my camera like that, it probably adds like 100 megabytes. I don't know if it's that dramatic, but it very well could be, because every single new frame, every little bit of new data is being recorded individually. So like when you stay really still in this recording style, it almost takes no data at all because it's the exact same image. So it'll reduce the rate of recording, how often it's looking for a change effectively, to be very, very low, which doesn't take up much space. But when you have a lot of new images, a lot of things changing, it has to spend more time and energy and space capturing all that. But it is funny looking at the differences of file sizes between different recording methods. Like even when I do stuff for work, I'll create like little GIFs that start off as video recordings and they're converted out. And that can be as little as like 25 megabytes. But then when I'm used to recording for something like this, it's like 32 gigs. That being said, obviously different content. And there is actually, if not a portentous difference, between recording with like a hook and just capturing the screen. A lot of modern game recording streaming is actually done using a hook, which allows you to kind of capture more direct frames compared to capturing what you see or what is being presented to you. It makes a very little difference, but it does allow for more effective types of recording. Or if you have just like an absolute disregard for your computer, it would be something that would allow for you to record losslessly. But almost nothing is truly done losslessly. You get close to, and maybe like if you're filming and you're on a big movie, maybe you're getting all your source material in a lossless format. That's if you're recording digitally. I have no idea the world of analog film, like as it relates to modern concepts like aspect ratio and resolution, and even like all of those concepts. I have no idea, do they apply to analog? Are there familiarities, but major differences? Like, I've never actually looked at it, because I kind of just accepted I'm going to live in a digital world, so I stopped learning about some analog concepts a fair while ago. Like, I probably can't even read an analog clock half the time. Like, I can, but I have to take a second. It's enough time where people over a certain age will make fun of me for it, and then a whole conversation will play out where we're like, oh, kids can't read clocks nowadays, what's happening? Does nobody get their VCRs from the milkman anymore? And it's just a whole thing. Oh well. So this Korapeka is like faring better than the Great Jaggy, and I should actually remember to paintball him. I'm gonna get smacked twice and lose my train of thought. I wonder, actually, there should be research into how much of like phantom limb syndrome, maybe even, or maybe not specifically that, because that's when you lose limb and you feel like it's still there, but the sort of association that we can have with a video game character we're playing compared to first person to third person. Like, how far can you push that? How is there like a scale of some people really feel what their character feel? Is there, some people who don't at all? Does that correlate maybe with like general empathy or something? This information probably doesn't mean anything, but it'd be interesting to me just to see where people fall on the whole thing. What type of person does have that reaction? How strong can it be? Like, are some people so associated with their characters that like maybe they could even have legitimate distress or like a medical concern? Like, I don't know. We know there's lots of people who play so many games and get so enthralled in it that they will like die where they sit, or they won't take care of their body will start to break down, they'll have like a heart attack or something from severe malnutrition or whatever. But I don't know if that is the same thing. Probably not. Probably it could be like related concepts, but I don't think it's one-on-one, because I don't think the person is like, oh man, I didn't eat in Minecraft, I'm gonna wither away too. I don't really imagine that's happening. Like, it would, because the world's big enough, there's enough people where I'm sure in one case at least someone is like, You know what? This zombie bashing on my door has it all figured out. I am gonna stop. Uh, but realistically, that's probably, of all the many people who've played the game, that's not what's happened. So it's not that big. But like, I don't have much of it. Like, I don't really react when I see something like that in a game. I might say oof. I mean, that's as far as I'll go. Like, if I'm playing a game and my character's like hand gets cut off or something, I'll be like, oh damn. But I won't like grab my hand. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm not paying attention to myself. I guess I can't confidently say I don't have a reaction like that. Okay, I don't need to run back to the village manually. I should be lazier. Ugh. Okay, we'll generate, oh wait, no, it's a hunt report. That's the thing. Great. Hey, look at that. I got, oh, did I get supersized dung from turning in the hunt report? Oh, what a victory. Okay, well, awesome. So now we can turn in a field trip. So he's like, let's fertilize, take our farm to the next level. If you will get the resources, I'll plow it myself. All right, chief's son, here is literally all of this crap. Hey there, hunter, thanks for coming. I've got a bit of a request for you. You know there's still one field in the farm that hasn't been restored yet, right? We want to till the land so we can bring farm production back up to pre-earthquake levels. If we fix it up, the amount of crops we can harvest will increase too. By now, you know this is going to take some materials and resources. Hey, I'm sorry to keep pushing this on you. I've made a list of everything we need. You've done so much for us already, but please try to make some time for this. All right, man. All right, we don't have enough resources for the fluffy mask. I guess we don't really need to do the masks. I wasn't paying attention, but whatever. Carpenter bug. I didn't bring the thing, so we can try go back and get that. Shroom germ plus. I definitely want honey to burn. So where do I go to get busy bees? Do. Ah, okay. So this is something I cannot get myself. I need to start trading with this guy. He might have it. Oh, hey, look, I need 3 of those, right? Ah, darn. Okay, how many bees do I need? I know I need shroom germ plus if I want the mushroom thing. Okay. 3 of those, 2 busy bees. Let's do that for now, because I think I have tons of stuff to trade, like from a commodity perspective. Okay. 3, 2. Is there anything else here that I need? No. Okay. Okay, so let's look. I got a lot of curved things, bro. Cool. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I like that it tells me that it's equal. I don't have to like gauge it by the millimeter. Cool. So let's grab all that stuff. Send it to there. Okay. Double barbecue spit. Is that, what Buddy wants? Oh, and this is how you get the armor charm and the power charm, which I don't actually have right now. Okay, let's see. Is the double barbecue pit what it needs? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I need one of those no matter what. Let's, oh god, all the buttons, man. Cool, so let's pick that first. Oh. You can't barter for more than you offer. Okay, so I gotta... Sweet, I'll give you this skull for this barbecue pit that I'm immediately gonna give away. Great. Okay, cool. But now I do actually, I want the, oh wow, the armor charm and the power charm are rarity 4 items. I guess I'll get those from higher rank quests. Cool. Alright, we're all tied up. I might as well go try to get that carpenter bug really quick, and then I'll look into how the heck to get flintstone. Yeah, I think that's a plan. Oh wait, I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made twice. Gonna buy some bug nets. Yeah, I'll just buy the golden ones. Screw it. Unless, again, loading screens are so quick. I am going to go quickly check the marina. Hey, lady, do you by chance have what I'm looking for? No, it didn't change the stock. Or if it did, it didn't change sufficiently enough. Really quickly, what an amazing houseboat. Like, I would spend such a tremendous amount of time here if I owned this or had access to it. It would just be fun to sit and hang out or relax and kick back. There's like a big bed, obviously. It's, you know, fun place. I like laying back somewhere there's a breeze. I feel like there's not many spaces that are really accommodated for that. You can't go in public and just be like, hey, I'm just gonna lay out here, because it feels weird, even if it's not malicious whatsoever. I would still never just like go lay on the front of my apartment building. I feel like, I don't know, it's just asking for trouble. It signals oddness. Like, I once saw somebody sunbathing outside their apartment building, and there's nothing in the world wrong with that, but I was still just like, aren't you worried that this is illegal? I don't even, okay, not illegal, but just so odd. Like, your neighbors are going to talk about it. Some random guy is going to talk about when he's playing Monster Hunter like 2 years down the road, and like, it stood out to me that much, right? I figured now I'm going to fight this great Jaggy, because the last one went down so quick that, you know, I have a few seconds to spare. Why not? Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Literally, like, 150 points, a few seconds. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, I'm full of stuff. Yeah, I'll swap the stone. I didn't realize I've been building up so much random stuff. Ah, well, I'll make that choice if I get what I need. No, I don't need a fly fishing thing. Not what I need. Don't need a flash bug. Okay, well, that was a wash. I guess other than the Great Jagia, which went pretty well. Okay, I clearly had a lot of stuff on me randomly. I think I got enough if I... Ooh, okay. Hunt report, turn that in. Send to box. Great. Oh, hey, I can do the honey one, which is exactly what I want to do. Perfect. Oh, before I forget, our specialty, Moga Slim Fat Honey, is a hit. It's put our little village on the map. Apparently, some string bean celebrity plumped up 300 pounds from the stuff. She's refusing to eat anything else. Our honey is worth its weight in gold. Now the rich are getting fatter and the poor are stuck being pathetically slim. I want everybody to have the chance to enjoy our honey, not just a few pleasantly plump fat cats. If you agree, go collect these resources and materials. I've made a list of everything we need. I know you're busy hunting, but think how useful all that honey would be. Like, that's the thing about Monster Hunter. Every now and then it'll just like randomly drop like lore like that. It'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, in the mainland, all beauty standards are different from your normal world. Okay, bye. Fun stuff. So I need more busy bees for the next honey thing. Well, I can get the bees right now. That's not too bad. And then cactus flower, I just feel like that's it's not too bad, right? Oh darn, he doesn't have the... Oh wait, no, that's my stuff. My bad. Yo, I need 2 of your busy bees, fine sir. Yes, I know I just bought them. Don't worry about my bee needs. It's not for you to judge. Oh, darn it. I was hoping that would fit things better. Cool. Give me bees. All right. Now the... Oh god. I'm just gonna... Every menu 7 million times. It's a cactus flower I need. I obviously, I think that's in the desert. I just want to know what area. H3U. Okay, Area 3, Sandy Plains. Let's go try and grab those really quick. Oh god. Cool. Because more than anything, I just care about the honey. Having all the plants, having all the mushroom boxes, having all that stuff is nice. And it can be convenient depending on how many requests I want to do. But largely, I just want the honey for mega potions. Because I can buy normal potions, and then I can just use my honey supply and combo them out. And hopefully build up a reasonable stock of mega potions for high rank. So I think it's over here I can search or something. Yeah, okay. So I just need 2 cactus flowers from here. I got exactly that. So there is a little bit of good in the world. But it looks like I'm going to have to run a lot of kind of, you know, silical stuff in Moga Woods to build up all the resources I need. I'll see what I can trade in, like if I have a lot of stock of something. Chances are I'll have to run that a couple of times to just get all the points I need to pay for the honey box stuff. And then I should go see how the honey box is working in this game. It's always a little bit different and haven't really done it yet. Oh, okay. It got delivered literally right as I got back. Perfect. Okay. Exit this gathering quest and hope that I can turn in enough resources to pay for the honey box upgrade. After that, if that works, I'll finish up some resource stuff, maybe in between videos, or grind away a few of the boring things. What I might just do is go fight an Agnactor from low rank, clean up that last quest, because it'll be so quick with my new weaponry, but it'll also be fun. Good way to wind down after doing a bunch of redundant, boring stuff. Well, not really redundant, it's just boring. It does serve a purpose. Okay, sir. I want to... Oh, yeah. Wow, I can definitely generate some stuff. Damn, I didn't realize that was going to be... I was going to have things that dropped like 1,000. Yeah, because I can definitely like turn in some old iron ore that I don't need. These broken shells. I don't need this quality sponge, so let's just turn that in. And that already gives me enough, so for the time being, I'll just go with that. Okay, we'll do the bee's knees. Complete. And he doesn't have another honey quest for me, which suggests I've upgraded it as much as it can currently go. Oh, look at that, cute little cutscene. Lovely. I have no idea how to use the honey box. Okay, so honey is maxed. But do I just go like make me more honey? Because I feel like giving honey to make honey doesn't make much sense. All right. So... Is this something I have to go and... Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, I just straight up pick honey if I want to create honey. Okay. Can't get carpenter beetles though. Maybe if I had expanded the option. Now I can do yeah, cool. I'll just get a lot of honey going. You can enrich it with the busy bees that I was buying. What do I... Oh, that's not money. Ha ha ha. That's okay. Yeah, I thought I was spending money. It's like, yeah, I'll put the maxes on this stuff. And like, oh no, I'm spending the resource points. Oh well, so I guess that's gonna get some honey going. But because it's been not exactly riveting for the process of it, let's go fight an Agnactor. Definitely, I don't know if Fire Starter actually offers melee resistance to fire, but it sounds like it's the option to pick if I know I'm going to fight something with fire. And that said, I think it's like one of the few rank 5 low rank quests that we didn't complete, so there may well be a cutscene attached to this too. I don't think I've actually hunted anything, so I actually need the herbs. What did I... Oh well. It doesn't matter. Let's go hunt an Agnactor. If this is the first time we encounter it, which I think is going to trigger its like introductory cutscene, it's probably going to be in area 7. So let's see, if I pass through here, do I get a cutscene? Yep. So here we go. Agnactor could kind of be considered a fire version of oh god, I fought the thing a bunch of times. Legiacrus could kind of be considered a fire version of Legiacrus, and you know, it's much bigger, and it does have a similar skeleton. Oh damn it! I didn't need 2 cool drinks. You know, that being said, water is a great weapon to bring here, so I imagine for 2 different reasons this fight's going to be pretty effective. The other being that this is a very strong weapon for any low-rank quest, even something as strong as this guy. He does have a laser, though, so it's good to be cautious of the laser. Tuck in when lasers are happening. Literally, his body is the safest place to be. If you're kind of like under his chin and the laser comes out of his mouth, you are in the safe zone. If you can make eye contact with him, you may not be in the safe zone. Like right now, not the safe zone. I would have been fine, but the little monster hit me into a bad place, so... Definitely one of the downsides of ads in this game. I should really set up my armor to be immune to being stunned. It's so frustrating. He's just having a good time, like, flying around in between the floor and the ground. And doesn't really matter much to me, so whenever you get back down here, Agnactor. Cool. And this monster does have a little bit of an annoying mechanic if you're somebody who isn't using a blunt weapon. Because he has these plates on him. And when he goes underground, he kind of drills through lava. So this rock heats up, and you can attack it, and your sword will go through it, and it's fine. Kind of like, you know, warm butter. But when he's been out of the lava for a while, the rock that's built up will harden and just become like much more impenetrable armor. And if you have a weapon that needs to cut through stuff, not very useful. You can break it off, but I believe it goes back on. He'll like recover himself after a certain point. So I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I can get hits in now. I don't expect this is going to take too long. It's not going to be as fast as the Great Jagia, though. Those times get hilarious. It's the same. It's been in all the games. It's actually one of the most rewarding things to do, is go and fight something that you started the game with when you have really strong gear, and just demolish it in a minute. Whereas before, maybe it took you 10, 15, maybe if it was your first time playing the game, it took you even longer, and it was like a big milestone. And then you go back and you're just like, oh, hey, I pressed 3 buttons. Oh, what a crap position for him to use his laser. Like, it worked out for me because I got a headshot in there, but if I needed to, like, get somewhere safe, that would have been awful for me. Oh, I am on fire. I should probably do something about that. You know, that's a pretty casual reaction, but I have legitimately had that reaction before. I've been camping before, and I was using like a poker stick, and I was kind of fiddling around with the fire, but I've been doing it for long enough that the tip of the stick was actually kind of starting to catch on fire and ignite. And if you held it out and like moved it around and really caught the oxygen in the stick, it would catch fire right at the tip. But I didn't realize that the fire had started, and I was drinking, so it's not like this is a story of me being a genius and something going wrong and the world is unfair. It's like, no, I was being dumb. I was drinking out camping, and I had the stick over my shoulder, and of course the stick was on fire, so the sweater that I'm wearing starts burning up a little bit at the shoulder, but it was behind me, so I didn't see it. And my friends, as they pointed at me, were like, hey man, you are a little bit on fire right now, because my hoodie had started to go up. And I just remember my first reaction was not to go, oh no, or like roll or anything like that. I was just to laugh and be like, oh, that's hilarious. And then put the stick away and then just kind of like whack my shoulder to put out the little fire that started there. It wasn't anything dramatic. I didn't hurt myself. But even then, I was just like, oh, uh-oh. Not a severe calamity. Not that being said, if someone like threw napalm at me, I doubt I'd be like, oh, the inconvenience. If I did, though, that would be hilarious. I just not placing bets on that being the outcome if it were to happen. Also, let's not test it, so just leave it as a theory. I've been having that a lot this week, because I've had a lot of meetings this week with my job, and I'm not gonna air any grievances about anyone specific, but there does seem to be like a chain of, you know, thoughts that someone should have when it comes to meetings, and it just starts at the top. It's like, does this need to be a meeting? And if it doesn't need to be a meeting, you go down the list, and it's like, does this need to be an email? And then if it doesn't need to be an email, you go next, and it's like, is this just a thought that I should keep to myself? And there are fair amounts of meetings and emails in my life that should have just been things that someone kept to themselves. I try to reduce as much of that as I can myself. We're all guilty to just, you know, sitting down and being like, I have a great idea, and not double checking to see if 3 other people have had the same great idea before us, or if we're already working on a great idea that's slightly different but basically the same thing. We like to get ahead of ourselves, and it's fun to get wrapped up in an idea, and you can't blame anyone for that. But we definitely also need to measure with work. Is this worth people getting paid to look at it? I try to, put my best foot forward where relevant when it comes to doing work stuff. Like, earn your keep, or whatever cliche you want to apply. But when I have a day full of meetings, even I'm like, yeah, this is some BS. Nobody should be getting paid for this. Like, it could just be hours of sitting there going, yep. No, that's a good point. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, because I was thinking the same thing. And then that'll be worth like, $150 or something. And it's stupid, and it doesn't make any sense. And it's a weird way to talk about things that are like supposed to be difficult too, right? Like, you think of someone, oh, they have a big job, but they might just sit in meetings, nodding their head, clicking boxes all day. Like, there might be nothing significant about that. But I've like worked at a Dairy Queen before, and that was horrifyingly hard. Like, if you have a lunch rush, you very well may consider, like, should I just put a staple in my hand and go to the hospital? Like, that might be more fun than what's about to happen. So, I've definitely seen both sides, and having been in a kitchen during rush hour in the middle of the summer, just trying to get through for $10 an hour, and now when I'm sitting in a meeting, I'm like, man, young me would think I'm such an asshole right now. Like, you'd be a lucky asshole, but still an asshole. But then again, I guess that's what, if you grew up a certain way, right? Like, I grew up very much as a misfit kid, very into the anti-establishment perspective. That is kind of succeeding as yourself, right? Instead of picking up like a meth habit or something, you just settle for relative mundane career progression and a basic life. Although I feel like that happens a fair amount. Like, I've known tons of metalheads who are like covered in tattoos, and it's like, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm an accountant, or I work in project management. Oh, a rust shard, that's cool. It definitely happens. Actually, I feel like a lot of people who have, like, there comes a point in any hobby where you kind of have to put money into it, unless, if you want to continue at a certain level, like, and we will lie to ourselves about where that level is, right? Like, people who are just starting to work out will be like, I'm at the level where a $3,500 exercise machine makes perfect sense, and we all get carried away, it's fine. But there definitely is a point in a lot of hobbies where you legitimately need to go, am I going to take this seriously and start to pay for the premium way of doing this, or joining the high-end community, or am I going to stay at whatever level of commitment or participation that I'm at? And there's tons of things, like even Magic Gathering, for example. Like, you can play table Magic, you can pull random packs, you can play like draft and stuff like that. But last I checked, if you want to get into competitive tournament games, you very well may be looking at $500, $600 decks. So a lot of really eccentric people that I've met who really pursue their hobbies to a high level, they usually have to have some sort of structure behind that. It's very infrequently like the person who's always chasing little things is also working at whatever they need to work at to pay for the $10,000 boat or what have you. Even I'm not like there yet, but I can see the difference. Like, I've been funding this audio book, and I was even thinking about it today, is like, I'm almost finished this thing, like chapter 20 out of 20, 17 some hours of audio drama and mastering and going through table reads and all these things. But just inherently being able to pursue a project like that is only because of the work I've been doing in a much more mundane, like, for a long time, a service role. So it is tough. I see a lot of artistic people, like friends I've had in the past, who maybe had fantastic ideas, but the reality of how to pay for those ideas was really challenging. Sure, I've needed one person in particular way back in my history. He would have described himself as an idea person, and that was his plan to get rich. Is he'll give a good idea to someone who can actually do it, and then he'll obviously be rich as a result of that outcome. Alas, I think one of our honeys we can go quickly grab, and then that's this one. Hi, random person. Do you have honey for me? You do? Wow. I don't think... Did I just get a carpenter beetle by chance, or did I get 3 insect husks? No. All right. Cool. Well, thanks for watching some Monster Hunter. I'm gonna keep on maybe doing some resource stuff in the background, and then really set myself up now to push through more high rank once I can get my Mega Potion production set up. So thanks for watching. See you around. Bye.